It's the online technology that powers cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and for the most part, that's the only reason we hear about blockchain. But business is increasingly using this technology, and in many different industries, from financial services to, would you believe it, diamonds. And my next guest uses it in the energy sector with firms like Total and Gazprom. He's the CEO of BTL, Dominic McCann. So, Dominic, great to see you.
Good evening.
Now, I was trying to explain to my mum the other week what blockchain was, and I failed miserably. How would you describe it to ordinary people?
A good question to start with, Ian. And you mentioned diamonds as a great example. For example, from sourcing the diamond to the consumer, are we sure that that's the best practice? And people are adhering to the standards and regulation. If you're talking to someone online or you're buying and selling a product online, can you verify that actually is the person you think that they are? So all these things need to be, they need a system of record where effectively facts are known and the trust is retained that you know who's on that network. So that's effectively what blockchain is. The really interesting thing about blockchain is it's decentralized. So there's no one central authority or government or body making those decisions or processing those transactions. It's owned by that system of people within that network, if that makes sense.
Right. So why is it that we associate it with cryptocurrency and more or less nothing else?
So it's kind of famous for crypto because cryptocurrencies needed a blockchain to operate. It's the inverse for blockchains. They don't need a crypto. The network or the clever technology behind it can operate without a crypto. But the whole growth of cryptocurrencies was because it didn't need a broker or a central authority. And then for this network of traders or owners of that coin could transact without that authority. So that's why we've seen this massive growth in the crypto space.
So you're applying it in your business to the energy sector. How does that work? What are the applications?
So the large project we're running in London is called the One Office Consortium, as you mentioned in your introduction, with companies like Total and Gazprom. And we took something quite basic like a gas trade that currently goes through back office processes within these large companies. There's a huge amount of technology that don't interface particularly well in current processes, given that the geographical boundaries and some of the challenges with security. They were looking for a better way of doing things. So our blockchain technologies effectively processes those trades in a secure, trusted and cheaper way.
So who are you putting out of business in doing this? Who are you competing with? What's the legacy technology?
It's not so much putting out of business, it's profiling things to work better. So can people concentrate their activities in other areas because that technology is looking after those painful processes? Yes. It's early days. It remains to be seen how the technology will be adopted across these organisations, but it's certainly proving to be a benefit.
Are we overhyping blockchain? I mean, I saw something the other day. Is it all sizzle and no steak?
I certainly think there's an element around cryptocurrency and ICOs, as they're calling it, where there's always a get-rich-quick scheme off the back of a huge technology revolution, which is what blockchain is. We're always going to see that, where people are looking to get rich quick. So we'll see what happens with cryptocurrencies. We don't know where the value is going to be. Governments are looking at regulation. Companies and governments might even look to release their own coins or tokens in the future. That's unknown. But what we know is blockchain as a technology is here to stay because it just offers a better way, a more trusted way of doing things.
All right, Dominic McCann from BTL. Thank you for that simple explanation.